Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you live from the Mom Mobile. I have to drive my wife's car into work today. We had a trade because she needed to throw a table for a baby shower in the back of my truck. I hate this car. Anybody who watched the SummerSlam videos of me and Victor driving down to SummerSlam last year, I have not drove this car since. That was probably the second time I've drove that car, so this is like the third time I've ever driven this car. I hate this. This is not fun. My head's hitting the ceiling. I don't know where the hell to move the seats around, but yesterday, Game 6 of the NHL, I guess it's the conference finals before moving on to the Cup. You had Team CM Punk, otherwise known as the Chicago Blackhawks, coming from behind to beat the LA Kings, forcing a Game 7 in Chicago on no other day than Sunday, the same day as WWE Payback, coming to you live from Chicago at the, what the hell is it, the Rosemont Horizon or whatever that building's called, but good God. Everyone in the woodwork, as soon as that game was over, who knew anything about hockey, immediately went to, because CM Punk is going to be there for the hockey match, you know, because he's going to be in the city, that means he's going to be on the pay-per-view. I honestly do not understand what gets in these people's head to make them think this. This dude is done. He's gone. I will tell you that in the back of my mind, I do think that he will be back someday sooner than later. But this sabbatical that he's been on, which has lasted a few months now, from the night after the Royal Rumble to January into tomorrow's the 1st of June, you know, it's not really that long. Most of the time when these guys, you know, flip out and take a break, they're gone for a long period of time, and I would bet with a guy like CM Punk, if we ever are gonna see him again, it's gonna be a year, maybe even 2 years down the road. He's not gonna want to come back and, you know, look like he's groveling for his job back. He's gonna get to the point where he knows that they need him more than he needs them. He needs to, you know, be able to show you know, the boys in the locker room and everybody else around him that basically they had to beg and plead and do everything in the world in order to get him back because he was the missing piece of the puzzle. I don't think he's just going to jump at the first chance of, you know, coming back because he doesn't have anything else to do. I know everybody loves the pictures of him and AJ, you know, at, I don't know what they call those seats. I don't know if they're center ice, but they're right up on the glass, and everybody takes a picture of them every 2 seconds. We've seen them cheer, we've seen them hug, we've seen them kiss, we've seen them do everything. I guess just people love seeing these guys on their TV so much that they miss them, you know, not being able to see them on Raw and SmackDown and everything that. But I just really, there's no way in the world he's going to go from seeing this game to, you know, jetting over across the, you know, town. The only thing that I think WWE can do to play off of this situation is pray to God that the Los Angeles Kings win this game and then send out the mascot on the pay-per-view to be the biggest heel that WWE has ever seen. Maybe even play the Cult of Personality CM Punk theme song and have him come down to the ring acting like he's going to get a promo. Maybe some way you could save it, but you know, that would be the most ultimate, you know, slap in the face of all time. I don't even know what people think Punk would do if he did walk out there. There's some people who think they're just going to strip Daniel Bryan of the championship and just hand it over to CM Punk. I think that would be one of the most stupidest situations of all time. It's going to make WWE look bad. It would make CM Punk look bad. It would make him look like the biggest hypocrite of all time, you know, complaining about not being the main guy of the company. And just because a guy, you know, has an injury, you just hand over the championship and, you know, say, hey, here's the ball. Now you run with it. We've missed you so bad. We're not going to have any lineage to see how you won this belt. We're just going to have Stephanie McMahon just hand it over. Triple H, already gets a ton of crap, but everyone brings that up about the World Heavyweight Championship when it debuted in 2002 on Monday Night Raw. Eric Bischoff, he just walked out there and handed it to Triple H and said, "You're the man, you're my guy, be the champ and run with it." WWE, they didn't set up a tournament, a battle royal, a #1 contenders match. They didn't do anything. They just had a match. They just had a belt in a briefcase, and they handed it to him and said, "You're the champ." It was Eric Bischoff's way of getting back at Stephanie McMahon, of stealing Brock Lesnar away and making him exclusive to SmackDown as your. At that time, he was the. What did they call that belt? The WWE. It wouldn't be the World Heavyweight because the World Heavyweight was the World Heavyweight. It was just the championship, but I think they called it the. When you merge two of them together. Fuck me, I can't remember what the fuck they called that belt. I never even really liked that belt, honestly. When I looked at it, it sort of makes me think of Brock, but then it doesn't at the same time. But I never was the biggest fan of that title. I was glad when it changed to the newer design, which then would become the John Cena spinner belt that had a good long run. That probably lasted a little bit longer than it should have. That title was always pretty stupid. When you see guys like Punk achieve their dream at Money in the Bank of becoming the WWE champion, and he has to hold up that stupid toy belt and act like it's the biggest prize in wrestling. Del Rio, Triple H, that belt might have sort of fit Jeff Hardy. But except for that, it was a belt that they should have put on the shelf and dusted it off when Cena won the strap. The Edge spinner belt was a good way to slap Cena in the face, but that's about it for belt talk. CM Punk's not going to be at Payback. Get over it. And that's just about it.